Good morning, friends. It is round 6P2 day 29. I am up 0.8. Can you say ovulation? So that's normal for me. I usually either stall or have a little bit of a gain. And I know this because I keep track of it. I want to encourage those of you out there that just kind of wing it and don't write stuff down. If nothing else, it helps to keep track of, first of all, your food, which will lead you to have a better understanding of things that you can or cannot eat in each round. And then secondly, if you are still among the leading variety of women out there, you know, just to keep track. Some of us gain or stall during that time of the month, which is what we call Tom in this community, and then the rest of us, it is during ovulation. And so I usually have about 3 days where I stall out, and instead I actually had a gain this morning. And I think part of that, it really does have to do with the fact that I am not sleeping. And on top of that, I had too much protein last night and was feeling the need for it, and I just went with it because I knew that today for me was going to be a fast day, and I don't ever like to go to bed hungry the night before I have a fast day. And I've had a few questions in regards to my intermittent fasting, and I just wanted to address that really quick. Fasting days typically take place on a Monday and a Friday for me. I don't always get both days in 2 days a week, but I have for the last 3 weeks. The week before that was only 1 day of a fast. And I just begin the day with a positive attitude. It helps to do it on Monday because it's, you know, most of us consider Monday the fresh start day. And so I start out with my normal intake of fluids, and about midday I start pushing fluids really hard. And I always have an open mind as far as where I'm at in the day, how I'm feeling mentally, physically, what my workload is mentally, physically, you know, whether I have a day that's very active, you know, if I'm going to go out and split wood with my family, that's probably not a good day to be fasting. And then mentally, there are times where you have absolute clarity that takes place during a fast day, where you almost feel like everything's honed in and sharpened to the point that you have the ability to do a lot of work, get a lot done. And then other days you kind of feel like you're in a bit of a fog. I will say that it does get easier the more weeks you get under your belt that you include a fast day in your, what would you want to call it, your bag of tricks. If I miss a fast day, I actually miss it. No pun intended. I really feel like something's just not balanced, not quite right. So that's why I've continued to include them during my P2. I wasn't sure how my body was going to react to them. It definitely is reacting differently than it does when I'm not in P2 and on HCG. But it's kind of just a little experiment that I'm doing just to see how I feel. So to finish up on that topic, if at any point during the day, and it usually is the 3 o'clock hour and the 6 o'clock hour, I feel, for me, I feel like I'm going to cave. You really need to address why you feel the need to eat. And for those of you out there that are going to tell me you need to eat because you're starving yourself, don't leave any comments, because I'm not going to respond to them. Your body is fully capable of sustaining itself by living off of the fat and the food that you've eaten for up to 3 days before you even begin going into starvation mode. So again, if I feel like I need to eat, if I'm feeling sick, if I'm feeling dizzy, if I'm feeling like, oh, today is just not a good day, then I'm going to have a light meal, and it's going to be anywhere under 500 calories, which is what a typical VLCD day looks like on HCG. So I'm doing my normal protocol for HCG, but I haven't found that that's happened. Yes, there have been a few evenings when I have fasted that I've gone to bed hungry, and that's okay. It's okay to be hungry, and we live in this world of immediate gratification, and you know, you feel like it's just not okay but you begin, as you do more fast days, to understand how what your body cycles, when your hungry times are, and why are you hungry, you know, mentally. And so anyways, I'm just doing great with my fasting. I just want to let you guys know that. I know it freaks many of you out, and I'm sure there are those of you out there that are tisking me for not following Simeon's True Protocol. But the way I look at it right now, this group of girls, gals, whoever that's out there, many of us are doing a variety of different protocols that branch off of Simeon's original protocol. There's many different directions that you can go in, and this just happens to be mine. So here's my little rant for the morning. And then I want to just say, hey, you know, those out there that are in the middle of their round, because I'm like halfway right now, depending on when I decide to end. A lot of us are in our 4th or 5th week. How you feeling? Kind of check in with yourself. The middle of the round and the tail end of the round, there's a lot that goes on mentally, I have found. The way you start feeling, you usually have lost that bloat. You've got that empty feeling that takes place day after day. You're in your routine. Really look at the different events that are coming up in the next few weeks. If you can avoid slipping at all out of protocol by possibly just avoiding the events, or really set yourself up to be successful by eating before you go, packing your food, packing more than you need, finding something that you consider a treat. You know, learn to start looking at different foods that satisfy you and make you, it's that, you know, what's the word? Satiated, just that full feeling of really that satisfaction of eating it and enjoying it, the taste of it, and that may help you not slip when you attend whatever these events are. And then on top of that, look at where your goals are at, or how you're feeling about yourself. Are you where you need to be, or have you been cheating? That's me. Last week was a bummer, but I did it, and I always do it. I went back and looked, and it's like, oh yeah, that's when I hit that number. That's when I tend to have a cheat, or I cheat in this week, or, you know, if you start keeping track of it, you do multiple rounds, there's a pattern there. And I'm gonna bust the mold this time. I'm breaking the pattern. Lots of ums today. I gotta break that pattern too. So I just wanted to say, everybody, to look at where you're at. Look at how you're feeling. Whether you've lost 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds, whether you're in round 1, 2, whatever, round 6. Check in with yourself, mentally, physically. How are you feeling? You know, when are you going to end the round? Are you going to extend your round? Where are you at with your food? Is it time to replenish the coffers as far as what is available to sustain yourself for the rest of the round? You know, go ahead, plan it out, eat, go to the store, shop for what you need, and then you know, make a meal, eat again, and then prepare those items so that they're in the freezer or they're bagged up and ready to go. The more organized you are at the end of the rounds, that's when you're really going to pull out those successful numbers by, you know, keeping your nose to the grindstone, your head in the game, and, you know, holding yourself accountable. So, all right, everybody. There's Monday's musings from HCG Meant to Be. And then once, I also had a couple people asking about the business that I'm considering, and once things kind of start moving in forward direction, because right now it's just like all over the place, I will let you guys know what I'm up to, because it does have to do with HCG. So have a great day, and I will try to check in tomorrow, because I feel like last week maybe I struggled because I never said hey and good morning to each of you. All right, have a kick butt week. Love you guys. Take care. Ciao.